All right, so next we're going to learn how to start and stop our server. This will be a quick video, but a very important one. How do we get our app going? The secret is just npm start, and I don't know why I said it's a secret. It's all over the docs, it's all over the README, it tells you everywhere when you use create React app. So npm start is the magic command. So let's go to our terminal. Make sure that you're inside of the application, right? So we don't want to be looking at the folder. So cd into whatever you called your folder, and then npm space start. And this sometimes takes a little bit, but it shouldn't take so long. And it automatically takes me to my browser. This kind of drives me insane, especially when I'm recording, because it takes me to the wrong window and screws everything up. But if I'm just writing code, I appreciate it. So you can see we're on localhost 3000. We have this nice spinning React logo. We've got a background, some colors and fonts and stuff that aren't just standard. So there's some styling being applied. This is the app component we're looking at, and it tells us edit the app.js file and save it, and this page will reload. Now, if your browser didn't automatically open up, you can go back here and reference the URLs that you can visit. So you can go to localhost 3000 or just take this address and go there as well. So you could just paste that in and visit there. It's the exact same thing. Okay, so our code is running here. If you do want to stop it at any point, Control-C will stop it. I'm going to restart it though. One of the best reasons to use Create React App is that it comes with, and it's actually built on top of a tool called Webpack, a really commonly used, very useful tool that is a little intimidating to learn and to get set up and can often take a lot of work. So we don't have to worry about any of that, but I just want to run through some of the features, some of the things that Webpack does. So it enables us to import and export modules, which we're going to have a separate video on. And it makes it very easy to basically reference files and assets in other files. Another thing it does is that it takes all of our CSS, our images, our JavaScript, and it packs them into a single file for our browser. So we could have, I don't know, 1,000 JavaScript files, and they'll be compacted down into one small file. Or we could have 10,000 lines of CSS across 50 files, but we're not going to have to load all of those separately in the browser. At least once we build our code and get it up and deployed, it's going to be all scrunched down, minified into a single file. So this dramatically reduces the number of requests that we have to make while allowing us to still have our code in these nice short files that are modular and easy to read instead of writing our code in one massive file. Also, we get hot reloading out of the box. So whenever you change one of the source files, the browser will automatically reload. So we don't have to start and stop the server. We've already been working with that anyway with the live server extension in VS Code, but this is still nice to note. And it's actually pretty clever, and it only tries to reload the relevant files. And lastly, Webpack enables easy testing and deployment, but just know that Webpack on its own is something people use all the time, but it's just not that beginner friendly, and it requires a lot of configuration and setup to get started. And we don't have to do any of that, but we get all the benefits because Create React App does all the hard work. So now let's go tweak one of these files. Remember, this is what it looks like right now. Let's try changing the text right here, which is in the app.js file instead of source. Remember, source contains all of the components and files that, or almost everything we do, will be concentrated in source. So you can see we've got an app component, and we've got a div, class name app, so there's some styling coming from that. Styling here, styling there, there's the logo. We've got this text. So let's just delete this and say, I don't know, I have edited it, and save. And I go back to my browser and it's automatically reloaded. If we go into app CSS, here's the background color. Let's try changing that to be, sure, this blue color. It just auto-completed that for me. I think it's used down here, but that's fine. Let's take a look. There we go. Now it's that blue color, but let's do purple, everyone's favorite color. If it's not your favorite color, then this is not the course for you. I'm just kidding, but I really do like purple. Okay, so that's sort of purple pink. I don't know what you call that. Blush? I don't know. Typically, we have a Create React App, new instance going. We pretty much delete all of this, and we replace it with everything else, right? Our own components. So we'll get there, but first we need to talk a little bit about modules. Notice down here where there's like this export default app. If we look at, up top, import app.css, import logo, import React, all of this stuff, we didn't have to worry about any of that in the beginning of the course when we were just working with index HTML and CDN scripts, but now we have to talk about it. So if you're already comfortable with this, if you are experienced with modules and Node, then you can skip the next video. If not, we're going to do this and have a quick exercise.